It's the year 1350. Europe is in chaos, the Black Death is sweeping through villages, knights ride into endless wars, and peasants work the fields under strict feudal lords. But now, imagine one twist: Wi-Fi. Yes, Wi-Fi. The entire medieval world suddenly connected through the internet. How would history have changed? Would humanity leap forward into modernity centuries early, or would superstition and chaos go viral, making the Dark Ages even darker? 1. Knowledge and education scroll. In our timeline, knowledge moved at a snail's pace. If you wanted a book, you had to find a monk, wait years for him to copy it by hand, and then hope you could actually read Latin. But with the internet? Anyone with a connection could open Google Medieval and type, "How do I cure the plague?" Instead of waiting for rumors, peasants would see thousands of strange remedies trending online: drink crushed emeralds, rub onions on your skin, or try bathing in vinegar. Some desperate soul might even post, "Chicken therapy worked for me, just drop a live chicken to your body." Monks? They'd transform from quiet scribes to online moderators, protecting medieval Wikipedia from constant vandalism. Did Charlemagne invent pizza? Is the earth shaped like a cube? For the first time, peasants could bypass their lords and priests, accessing forbidden texts, science, and philosophy. But there's a twist: misinformation would spread even faster. Imagine flat earth theories or miracle cures going viral centuries before TikTok. 2. Religion and censorship. Latin cross. In the Middle Ages, religion was the internet of the people, the only source of truth and order. But with actual internet access? Things would get complicated. The church would definitely run the world's biggest social media empire. The Pope's Twitter account, millions of followers, posting daily blessings. Live-streamed masses from Rome with chat rooms filled with prayers and trolls. Instant online indulgences: click here to reduce your time in purgatory by 50%. But censorship would be fierce. Anyone posting heretical thoughts might get not only banned online, but banned from life itself. The Inquisition could launch a cyber police force, scanning forums for suspicious ideas like, "Maybe the Earth goes around the sun?" At the same time, reformers like Martin Luther might post their 95 Theses online, sparking the Protestant Reformation 2 centuries earlier. The internet could have shattered the church's monopoly. But at a cost of violent religious wars even earlier than history saw. 3. Kings, queens, and politics. Crown. Medieval rulers would become the first influencers. Imagine King Richard the Lionheart livestreaming the Crusades, shouting, "Smash that like button if you believe in victory." His rivals would flood the comments, "Crusade is fake news." Queens would run Instagram-style accounts, posting royal fashion, tapestries, and palace feasts. Court gossip would go viral: breaking, Queen Eleanor seen dining with the Duke of Aquitaine, scandal incoming. But the most dangerous use would be propaganda. Kingdoms would weaponize memes. England posting memes mocking the French. France clapping back with savage TikToks of English knights stuck in the mud. Political assassinations might be planned in group chats, encrypted with medieval cybersorcery. Instead of just swords and catapults, the medieval battlefield would include hashtags, smear campaigns, and viral disinformation. 4. Economy and trade. Money bag. Enter medieval Amazon. Merchants across Europe and Asia could sell goods online. Venetian traders listing silk, spices, and rare gems. Arab scholars advertising advanced medicine and mathematics tutorials. Mongol couriers offering shipping services, with delivery times of 18 months on camelback. Payment systems would evolve. Instead of sacks of gold coins, kingdoms might develop digital currencies like Knightcoin or Crusader Pay. The Silk Road would turn into an early version of eBay. Imagine bidding wars for rare relics: piece of the true cross, starting bid, 100 florins. Globalization, which historically took centuries, would ignite in decades. But with that would come global cybercrime: medieval hackers stealing passwords to royal treasuries, or pirate crews running phishing scams. Click here for eternal salvation. 5. Science and medicine alembic. With instant communication, medieval science could skyrocket. Doctors from Italy could exchange notes with physicians in Baghdad in seconds, instead of years. Arabic mathematicians could upload their breakthroughs, revolutionizing European education. Astronomers could livestream the night sky, debating planetary motion centuries before Galileo. But, and here's the dark side, pseudoscience would thrive just as much. Online cults promoting witch remedies. Forums arguing whether demons cause illness. Viral YouTube videos like, "Drink Mercury, Live Forever." The internet could have either fast-tracked the Renaissance or plunged humanity into an even deeper swamp of magical thinking. 6. War and military crossed swords. Warfare would never be the same. Knights wouldn't just fight with swords, they'd wage digital wars. Cyber attacks disabling castle gates. Encrypted communications between generals. Even crowdfunding campaigns, donate to our siege of Constantinople. Rewards include a free helmet and eternal glory. Propaganda videos would dominate morale. England uploading victory montages with epic loot music. France countering with parodies mocking English knights. Wars would be fought on two fronts, the battlefield and the newsfeed. 7. Culture, art, and entertainment. Performing arts. Forget waiting for a wandering bard. Entertainment would be everywhere. Troubadours uploading songs to medieval Spotify. Jesters making comedy skits on TikTok, when your lord forgets to pay you in bread, lol. Painters showcasing their art online instead of church walls. But culture would also face copyright drama. "This knight stole my poem, please report." Peasants might even become celebrities overnight, viral videos of clumsy sword fights or bizarre dances spreading across kingdoms. The internet would democratize fame, centuries before Hollywood. 8. Daily life of a peasant. Sheaf of rice. And what about ordinary peasants? They'd finally have a voice. Peasants posting complaints on medieval Reddit, AMA, "My lord raised taxes again." Secret groups organizing revolts through encrypted apps. Farmers sharing tips on crop growth across Europe, making famines less severe. But lords would also use the internet for surveillance. Imagine medieval Facebook used by rulers to track who's loyal and who's planning rebellion. Big Brother wouldn't be George Orwell, it would be King Edward III. 9. The Black Death microbe. The biggest test of medieval internet would be the plague. In our world, the Black Death killed 1/3 of Europe. But with the internet? News of outbreaks could spread instantly, saving villages before infection arrived. Doctors could share quarantine methods and prevention tips. But misinformation would also spread: drink gold powder to survive, or the plague is punishment from God, burn the witches. The internet could have either slowed the pandemic, or fueled panic, chaos, and superstition on a scale the world had never seen. 10. Long-term impact. Globe showing Europe, Africa. If the internet had existed in the Middle Ages, the timeline of humanity could have shifted dramatically. The Renaissance might have begun in the 1200s instead of the 1400s. The Industrial Revolution could have arrived centuries earlier. Or, the opposite, superstition, censorship, and endless online wars might have trapped humanity in a darker, more chaotic age. The question isn't just what if, but also would we be ready? So, what would the internet in the Middle Ages really mean? A chance for humanity to leap centuries ahead? Or a nightmare of superstition, censorship, and medieval cyber wars? One thing's certain: if medieval people had the internet, history as we know it would be unrecognizable.